guys, welcome to my kitchen again. I am going to make kind of a smoothie slash latte recipe this morning, and as I mentioned kind of in my comment that I have actually given up coffee since I did my reset cleanse, whatever you want to call it, just because I kind of realized it was, you know, I felt better without having the coffee, but sometimes I still feel like I need a little bit of energy boost without introducing a ton of caffeine. So green tea is such a great source of more natural energy and more easier on your stomach, and it's easy. It helps with digestion, and there's so many other benefits to green tea in general. So I've tried to incorporate more of that into my morning, either in my shake or as an additional kind of afternoon or early morning, or excuse me, late morning, early afternoon snack. So I'm going to kind of make this kind of a post-workout, you know, kind of, you know, late morning snack. So as you're jumping on, like I said, this is kind of an alternative to a coffee smoothie or latte that you might make, and it's easy enough to make at home, super inexpensive, and you could probably have most of the ingredients on hand, just a few things that you might, you know, want to stock up on. So I'll just give you the basic ingredients, and of course all of these things are kind of, you know, to your taste and to your preferences. You can alter and tweak this as, you know, as you see fit. So I have started with my blender, and I've got ice. Let's see if I can turn you around. I have ice, and I also made some iced coconut water. So I've kind of mixed a little bit of the coconut water ice with my regular ice. And so that's what I've got in my blender right now. And then what I did a little bit earlier was I brewed some tea, and this is one that I really like to use for this particular, sometimes I use it in my protein shake in the morning, and sometimes it's, you know, when I'm making these lattes. This is a ginger green tea that I have found that I really like the flavor of. And so I brewed about 6 ounces or so of that. And then I'm also going to use this culinary grade matcha, which is finely ground green tea. I have found this is available at many different stores or through Amazon, but Thrive Market online, which I love for a lot of this stuff, has a really good price on this. If you haven't checked out Thrive, I recommend it because that's where I get a lot of my my ingredients like this that are non-perishable. So I'm going to start with, I've got my ice, and I'm going to add my tea. It's still a little warm, so the ice is going to help cool it down. I'm going to put that in there. And then I've also got, I'm going to use a little bit of unsweetened almond milk just to make it a little bit creamier. I don't use a lot because I've got a lot of liquid already, but just a splash for me. And then the other thing that makes these, when you're making a smoothie, because this works well with coffee too. If you're looking for a coffee latte, this is a great way to make it. Just sub the coffee for the tea. Using a coconut oil or something, even like a grass-fed butter, a really good ghee. This is coconut manna, which is basically coconut butter. And I like this in my smoothies, and I also like using it for this because it does make it nice and frothy. So I'm going to use about, you can use about a teaspoon of that. It's thicker than regular coconut oil. It kind of is a harder consistency. So I'm going to keep moving along here so this video isn't super long, but if you're just jumping on, I'm making a green tea latte slash smoothie. It's kind of a combination depending on your, you know, what you like to add to your morning drinks or your snacks. You know, it's personal preference, but this is kind of the way that I like it. So I'm actually going to add some extra ginger. I freeze my ginger, you know, already peeled and ready to go. So I'm going to get a little bit of ginger. I have some fresh mint from my mint plant that is still doing well. So I've got mint I'm going to add. I'm going to add just a little bit of vanilla extract. Just a little. And then cinnamon. And I've mentioned it before, my favorite is Ceylon cinnamon. I found this at Whole Foods here in Woodbury. I have ordered it through Amazon as well, but it's actually cheaper at Whole Foods. So the other thing I was going to add just a little bit of honey, just to sweeten up. Plus the honey has a lot of antioxidant and anti-inflammatory benefits as well, so why not? And add that little bit of flavor. And because this is kind of a post-workout snack for me too, I'm going to add a little bit of protein powder, about a half a scoop of a vanilla protein powder that I like to use. It's actually my superfood powder. Okay, So I think I've got all my ingredients here. I'm going to blend it. Oh, did I forget? I forgot to put the matcha in it. So the matcha, if you've never seen it, it's very green. So it's going to make this look really green. Serving is about a teaspoon. And it's a very distinct green tea flavor if you've never tried it. So just be, maybe just try it a little bit at a time and see how you like the flavor. Okay, so just to blend this up, guys. Pretty much all it is. So that didn't take me very long at all. I had all of these ingredients on hand, and I'm probably going to blend it just a little bit more. But you guys, green tea is such a beneficial thing to use for energy. And when we drink coffee like 3, 4, 5 cups a day, which many people, that's not an unusual amount of coffee for them, I think that you might be looking for something else for energy. And so just consider maybe more of a natural energy source. Cutting back on coffee is not going to hurt you in any way, and you might be able to find different ways to energize yourself throughout the day. And when you're looking for a snack, I always recommend a protein. Many people do not get enough protein. A good quality whey protein is a great option, especially when you're mixing it with something like this. Greek yogurt is another option that you could add to this, but throughout the day you should be eating plenty of protein because that's going to give you more energy as well, make you feel fuller and less likely to binge eat when you do grab for those snacks, when you have that afternoon kind of craving for something sweet or if you're just hungry. So that's my tip for today. Just kind of add some protein to your diet. Don't just grab carbs for snacks to fill you up. Protein is something that we probably don't get enough of on a regular basis. So let me know if you've tried this kind of a smoothie or latte, if you like green tea, or if you'd like more information about this tea that I like, or any questions you might have. I'd be happy to answer those for you. But so far so good on no coffee for me, which is such a crazy thing because I was a 2 to 3 to 4 cup coffee person, and I did this often with my coffee, but I still also had that kind of not a good stomach feeling afterwards. So I just feel like I'm better off without it. And so that's where I'm going to hopefully stay for now. But hopefully this was helpful for you guys. I'm going to blend it really quick. When you add the coconut oil, it usually makes it nice and frothy. So just so you can see it, and it smells really good. It's nice and thick. And this is a perfect summer cold, like iced coffee drink, without all the added sugar and extra ingredients that you get when you go to like the coffee shops. And honestly, this didn't take me that long, and this is not expensive ingredients to have on hand, and I feel much better about putting this in my body than getting something from one of those coffee shops, which I love, but I just think this is a better option. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. If this is something that you want to reference, don't forget to save it. Comment if you have any questions, or maybe you saw something that maybe you thought I would like to add to my shake. If you've got any suggestions, I'd love to hear that as well. Take care, guys. Thanks again for listening. Bye.